Dobra, dzwonimy do British Gas, 26 lutego 2025 rok i jest to środa, 26 lutego, 15:37. Jagódka dzwoni.
Thank you for calling British Gas. Before we start, I need to collect some security details. First, your customer number. Ignoring the starting letters, using your telephone keypad, please enter only the numbers from your customer number, followed by the hash key.
Nie masz numer.
If you don't have your customer number to hand, you can put this call on hold for up to 3 minutes to allow you time to find your customer number. If you need more time, just press the star key on your telephone keypad to put the call on hold.
Dobra.
Thanks. Next, please enter only the numbers in your postcode. For example, if your postcode is GA123JX, then enter 1, 2, 3, followed by the hash key.
Jaki ty masz postkod? A. 6.
Thanks. We've updated our menu options. Please listen carefully. If you would like to submit a meter reading, then press 1. If you would like to check your balance, press 2. If you would like to pay a bill, press 3. Alternatively, to speak to one of our team, press 4. If you'd like to tell us how we're doing today, you'll get a call from our automated line after you have spoken to one of our team. We'll ask you 5 questions. It usually takes just a few minutes. Ofgem has announced an increase in the energy price cap effective from April 1st. Many customers, like yourself, are reaching out to discuss the best tariff options. Our tariffs are identical whether you check online or speak with an agent. If you would like to view our best and up-to-date tariffs, you can do this through your online account. Alternatively, you can call us later in the day when wait times might be shorter. Otherwise, please stay on the line. Please note that this call will be recorded. One moment while I connect you to one of our colleagues.
Tak nachodzą fale, ale...
Hello, you're through to Wayne. I'm a case handler at British Gas. How can I help?
Hi, yeah, I'm calling for my mum and with my mum. We've got a reference number for a case, if that's okay.
Yeah, is she just available? Your mum available just to confirm her name? And,
Yeah.
if she's just, I can speak to you as well, if that's all right.
Yes, yeah, she's right here. Hello, my name is Ewa Lipka.
Hello. Oh, yeah, can I just have your full name, sorry, please?
Ewa Lipka.
And are you the account holder?
Czy to jest twoje konto? Yes.
Is this your account? Yeah. Are you the account holder? Yeah, perfect. And are you okay with me speaking with your daughter on behalf of the account?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Hiya.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, that's sorted. Yes, how is that I can help today, sorry?
Yeah, so she's been...
reference number.
Yeah, she's got a reference number. If you could look that up, it might make things a bit easier. Is that okay?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, 7...
Alright, so that's going to be a task. I'm going to look on here.
Czy ma to w systemie?
So it looks like that's a task for one of our accounts on the older system. When was that raised, or what was that sort of for?
So it has been going on for a really long time, sort of ever since she's moved to British Gas.
Od początku.
Literally from the beginning. So yeah, you're right. It's most likely from the old account or whatever. But it's it's just constant problems on the website with her account, not with the electricity. That one's completely fine. Everything's perfect. But with the gas, it's just a complete mess. It's just been going on for such a long time. Yeah, on the web.
In what way? Sorry, is it a mess then?
Yeah, so on the website it doesn't show any like previous payments, no previous gas readings, nothing like that. Even though she has been given she's been paying, she's been giving the readings for a very long time.
Czy ma w systemie, jak był u mnie inżynier i spisał stan licznika?
In December 2023, she had a engineer come out, and he took the reading, which is sort of like when it sort of first started. Do you see that in the system or anything?
Let's have a quick look.
19 konkretnie.
It was on the 19th of December 2023.
That's the one. Not particularly. So there's only a couple of readings I can see. One from the 1st of November 23, and it was just a 0 reading. And then we've got one for the 26th of January 25, which was a reading of 125. It looks like it's so. Kind of a bit of background. Your mum's account was set up on our older billing system initially, and then at the 26th of January. With the gas, at least, on the 26th of January 2025, the account and the details were switched over to our newer billing system. So to carry on that side from the 27th onwards. What I can see as readings is literally just those two that I'd mentioned. It sort of seems to be the opening reading and then the closing reading with nothing in between.
Yeah,
it goes from 0 to 125 at the two reads. What was the reading that was taken? And let me see if I can maybe see some previous bills that have been created. Was it kind of a higher reading or lower reading, and it took the balance out?
I'm sorry, I'm confused. Let me just translate over to my mom. On mówi, że on nie widzi, że nie ma w systemie tego, co inżynier wpisał, że jest tylko chyba, że coś tam w Novemberze 2023 i dopiero potem jest tutaj w styczniu 2025.
To, że wtedy inny numer był.
Yeah, so back then she had a different customer reference number, obviously when it first started, but that's the one. Czy to nie jest ten, co my podaliśmy, jak zadzwoniliśmy?
Nie, ten.
Okay, so yeah, there's a different customer reference number for the things in the past, if that would help you.
So is it ending 478?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me have a quick look at that one then.
No i że nie ma płatności tych wszystkich.
Yeah.
Okay, so that account, in fact, to be fair, that account only runs for 4 days. It goes from the 28th of October 23 to the 31st of October 23. And then it changes to a different account number that ends in 065. And that runs from the 1st of November 23 and then up to that 26th of Jan.
So obviously the new account has been there since November 2023, but nothing sort of reflects on the website, like the payments, the readings, nothing reflects. And it's just been such a long time. We've called about this so many times, and we're always told that it's going to be resolved, but it never actually gets resolved.
Powiesz, że ja mam... One moment. Powiedz, że mam wszystkie wydrukowane, co płaciłam.
She's got everything printed out. She's got all of her from her email. Like she receives the confirmations that her payments have gone through. So she's got everything printed out, like as proof, obviously, and with her like meter readings that she's given as well. But nothing reflects on the website. And then when the new letters come through to say, like, obviously, like about her balance and things, just nothing makes sense. None of it adds up.
So, is it when you log into the online account? Is it those account numbers that start with the letter A that you can see, and then you go into either one of them? And with the electric one, you've kind of got the details before this account was set up on the newer system for the electric, but the gas you're not seeing much. Is that right?
Yeah, so they start with the letter A, and when she goes into the electric account, everything's normal. Like, she's got all the past history of her readings and all the past history of her payments. Everything's normal. But ever since we can remember, like, the gas one has just never been sorted out, and it's just getting very, very stressful.
No, I can understand. I mean, with the electric, what I think that'll be is because the electric supply was switched over to the newer billing system in October 23, so quite a long time before this gas one has been done. So with the electric, you're probably seeing all that information from October 23 onwards, where it's already kind of been on the new account because there's several payments, there's obviously several bills that are being created. So I would expect that that's what you're actually seeing is similar information to the gas, but there's more of it because it's been on the newer system for longer.
Yeah, but that's like what by like one. That's like by like 1 month, though, isn't it? Obviously, the gas was, like you said, also still changed to the new one in 2023. So we're just confused.
No. Sorry. So the account was only set up on this newer billing system from January 25, so in the 27th of Jan 25. So it's only been live on the newer system for 1 month, whereas the electric's been on there for what is that, a year and 3 months, 4 months. It's been on a lot longer. Essentially, it's been set up on there. I don't know whether it sometimes has been an issue with the gas meters in the past, why it didn't sort of switch over at the same time as the electric. But yeah, I mean, with the gas one, there's just not a great deal of activity on the new account at the moment. The balance has been transferred onto it as of sort of the 24th of Feb. So there was a credit amount that was billed for. Do you know, between those readings that I've mentioned, that zero reading from the 1st of November 23 up to the 26th of January 25, the usage for that period, or the bill for that period, sort of left the account in a slight credit. Well, not a slight credit, in a credit of £113.69.
Yeah,
that's been transferred onto the account on the newer system, so that'll roll on to the next bills going forwards. But yeah, there's not been a great deal more activity on there. There's no direct debit set up on there at the moment. I don't know if that's correct or not in terms of.
Yeah, she doesn't want a direct. She doesn't want a direct debit. Let me just translate over.
No, go for it. But in terms of those...
One moment, please, one moment.
On mówi 1000 słów, a tak naprawdę nic nie mówi. Mówi, że bo to stare konto Electricity było zmienione w 2023 roku i wszystko jest pokazane od tamtego, kiedy się przełączył, a niby, że gaz dopiero w tym roku, w styczniu się przełączył na nowe. Co jest w ogóle, ja nie rozumiem.
Dobra, ma numer sprawy. Kiedy jest ten numer sprawy, skoro tak mówi? Bo to jest numer case. To jest case z 7 bodajże, 7 maja 2024, czyli rozumiesz, że on powiedział, że ma ten numer case i teraz ja mam, to jest 9, ale ja to tobie przesłałam, a to było 7 maja. Wiesz, o co mi chodzi?
Czy ma po prostu te wszystkie informacje?
Chodzi o to, od kiedy ma ten numer case, bo my 7 maja 2024.
Okay. Mom's asking like the reference number for the case that we gave, obviously the 702. We've got it as from the 7th of May 2024. She wants to know sort of what it's showing on your system, like from when and sort of what it says.
Yeah, we're just having a quick look back as well, to be fair, whilst you were speaking with your mum, and there's only essentially covering the usage for the gas from the 28th of October 23 all the way through to not that one, split this way around, the 26th of Jan 25. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 statements covered in the usage for that sort of that time, which I can send you over on an email if you'd like to see. You've kind of got everything your end, but it covers from October 23. There's the first statement's from October 23 to Jan 24. Then it's, in fact, no, that's actually a rebill of that one. So it's only 5 bills, that we've got.
So even though you're saying obviously the gas, I don't know why it's sort of only just changed to the new one in January this year, because every time we've called, we've been told something different every time. So obviously she's a bit shocked. But obviously if it has been changed, January 25, it's still on the account. It still just says she doesn't have any previous payments, like no history of nothing. And like there's an account balance that she's in, plus something in credit, but none of it makes sense because we don't have any history shown.
No, I can understand. I'm just having a quick look now, see if there is latest bills. yeah, it's just the two that's been created on. But to be fair, no, it actually does show the previous statements that were created on the account on the old. So the account number that ends with. Are you able to get onto the account just whilst we're on the phone?
Yeah, she's on it now. Yeah.
Yeah, so the account number that ends in 065, sorry, that goes from the 1st of November 23 to the 26th of January 25. There were two statements created on sort of under that account number, and those are the ones, if you go into the gas sort of part of the online account and then select the latest bill, see latest bills, if you click the view bills, there's two there from one that was created the 25th of Jan and then one created the 22nd of Feb.
Yeah.
So those two are what were created on the account on the old system, and they cover the usage from the 1st of November 23 all the way through to the 26th of Jan 25. And those two kind of cover the usage on the credit meter, and then it's now set up on the newer system now, and sort of that balance on that last bill that was created the 22nd of January, it should show as a credit of £113.69 at the bottom of it, and that's set up on the newer billing system now. That's already been transferred onto there, so you'll see that balance roll onto the next bill then.
Okay, let me just have a word with her a minute. On pieprzy po prostu z gówna, przepraszam, ale co chcemy konkretnie, żeby się stało? Ponieważ to, że my rozmawiamy i on po prostu cały czas mówi, nie, rozumiem, to nic do tego, nic to nie pomoże. Co chcemy, żeby on zrobił? Co chcemy,
żeby... Co powiedział na to, że nie ma żadnej historii płatności?
No nie wiem, bo on tak szybko mówi. Poczekaj.
Nawet tego, co płaciłam 14 stycznia i 27 stycznia. Było na stronie, że wpłaciłam 200 funtów i że miałam jeszcze do zapłaty 147,88. Oni mają po prostu bałagan. A teraz, że ja jestem w kredycie 113,69. Wiesz co mówię? Że zapłaciłam 200 14 stycznia. Powiedz jemu, że macie że ja mówię, że mają bałagan. Że 14 stycznia zapłaciłam 200, to pokazało, że jeszcze mam zapłacić tyle. Zapłaciłam tyle 27 stycznia. Przysłali mi
no i teraz,
że jestem w kredycie, czyli że za dużo zapłaciłam.
First mum saying, so she wants me to say obviously it is just a massive mess that, you know, like we're just not able to deal with it really. So she's saying, why isn't there any payment history? I know you're saying, okay, it started in the new system or whatever started in January this year, but she has made 2 payments this year that are just, and when she goes into the gas payment history, it just says you don't have any payments yet. She received a couple of letters to say that she owes £200, which she paid. She has proof of that on her email. She has paid £200, and then shortly after she received again that she owes £147.88. So she paid that, and she's also got proof of that, but now it's saying that she's in 113.69 in credit, which is, you know, all good and everything, but none of it is explained, none of it makes sense, and there's, like I said, there's no payment history, nothing.
No, so the payments are on the bills at least. If you, the latest one that shows that credit of 113, it kind of shows that the payments that were made on the 14th of Jan, 200 quid, and then the 27th of Jan, 147.88, and they've been included then in this bill that's being generated to leave it at that credit amount. I know I can see as well on there that it says payment history, that it says you don't have any payments, so you don't have any payments yet. I'd probably say that obviously that'll start updating when payments are made onto the live account going forwards. But at the very least, those 2 amounts that have been paid are kind of showing on that bill up to the 26th of January.
On mówi, że ja po prostu powiedziałam, że dlaczego nie ma oczywiście w historii tutaj płatności, mówi, że nie, że jest, że w bilach jest, że jeżeli wejdziesz w bile, to tam, że jest wszystko opisane i tak dalej, ale dlaczego...
Ale... in electricity is
on the electricity side of it, it's exactly, you know, it's the website is displayed exactly the same, but obviously electricity wise, and if you click on payment history, it shows it all, like obviously over a year ago, like up to date in payment history, but this one just says there's no payments. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, obviously it's in the bills, but it just doesn't make any sense. Why is there even an option for payment history if there's going to be nothing there? and she's kind of sort of like having to do other people's jobs on their behalf, like having to, you know, really think every single month and print everything and just like add random money in there because she doesn't know what to do.
So, to be fair, what you're seeing on the electric is only the payments that have been made on the account since it was switched over to the newer billing system. So, like I say, with it being done a lot sort of earlier than the gas, it was from the 2nd of October 23, and the first payment made to the account on the newer system is that one from the 20th of October 23 of £50. So again, with electric, you're really only seeing the same things as what you'd see for the gas. It's just there is more information on the electric account due to it being live longer on the new system. Any payments that she'll start making now going forwards will be in that payment history tab as well, sort of as of the 26th of January onwards. Whatever payments will be made to the new account, the live account, will show in that tab. With the electric, like I say, you're seeing more because there has been more activity on the electric account than the gas one.
To on mówi, że niby...
I understand it seems a bit...
One moment.
You know, having to check here, there and everywhere, but everything is kind of, you know, essentially up to date on the old account, and then the balance is transferred onto the new one. So there's not much you need to see anymore on that old account. The two bills that you can see kind of give the breakdown of the usage and show the payments that have been made, and anything you do going forwards now will be visible on those tabs that you've got. The next bills going forwards, and any payments that you make towards the live account will kind of also be visible there as well.
On mówi, że niby od 26 stycznia się niby zmieniło, że niby wszystko, co płaciłaś od 26 stycznia niby tutaj będzie. A płaciłaś coś od 26 stycznia?
27 płaciłam.
So, Mum made a payment on the 27th of January this year. Why isn't that showing on there?
A dlaczego nie ma
Is that 148? It was at 147.88. So that payment was made to the account on the older system. So it was just allocated to that account, and then it was kind of included in this bill.
How do we view this old account?
So it's kind of included in the balance up to kind of covering up to the 26th of January. If that payment had been made onto the live account, it wouldn't show on that bill. It would show in that payments tab instead. But the balance, this final bill amount, the £113 credit, that would be different because the 147 would have been included in that bill amount. So, yeah, that's kind of what's happened is it's been allocated to the account on the old system, then included in this final bill for the account closing down.
Że niby to 27, mimo że się niby zmieniło 26, to mówi, że to było i tak przepisane do starego konta i że po prostu niby od teraz, że niby po prostu będzie wszystko pokazane. Ale ile razy nam to już mówili wszyscy?
Dobrze, poczekaj, to teraz spokojnie. Czy ma w tym numerze case te zdjęcia, co przekazywałam, ponieważ ja tam nie mogłam wpisać na tym starym koncie stanu licznika. Poczekaj, żeby się dobrze zrozumieć. Czy na tym case'ie, jaki zrobiłam, czy on w tym case'ie, w swoim systemie ma te stany licznika, jakie im wysyłałam?
Yeah, so when she was still on her old account, she actually wasn't even able to put in a meter reading. Like, there was a problem with the whole website whenever she tried to put in a meter reading. So she, instead of obviously just whatever, she just ended up sending that email, which is the case number that I gave you, and there's lots of pictures there with the meter readings. Do you see that in the system?
No, so with it being on the account on the old system, I only got sort of a basic access to that account. I can see the task that was raised, you know, that task reference that you gave me. I can see, let me just go back into the account.
Bo to jest na starym koncie, to oni tego nie widzą i nie mogą widzieć.
Dobrze, to jak się mam dostać do starego konta? Czy to stare konto zostało rozliczone? Bo ja cały czas używam gaz i ostatnio z 22 listopada 2024 mam 408 zużytego gazu.
So, how would we access her old account? Because obviously,
Czy podsumowanie?
Because all the readings are at least on them two bills, and the only payments that have been made are also on that bill. Kind of what information would you need that's not on those, you know, kind of in that bill essentially?
Well, obviously all of the meter readings and all of the payments that she had made that just aren't sort of anywhere. You're not able to give it to us. You can't view the old account.
No,
we can't view the old account.
Literally any reading that will have been used on the account is on those two bills from the 1st of November 23 through to January 25. Everything that will have been billed for or used to bill for will be included in those two statements.
Na konto. One second, sorry.
A na co?
Na konto gazu, poproszę.
No jest konto gazu i co?
Na te twoje bile. Tutaj. On mówi, że niby ten ostatni, co był wysłany w styczniu, to że tam jest wszystko pokazane, wszystko jest niby pokazane od Novembera 2023. Niby.
Na tym ostatnim? Ale to jest nieprawda.
No.
To jest nieprawda, ponieważ tu jest, oni wysłali mi list i dzisiaj dostałam ten list.
No.
I to, co tutaj jest wpisane, to jest wszystko nieprawda.
No.
Całe to rozliczenie jest to nieprawda.
So we're looking at the account in detail, opening balance on 1st of November 2023. Yes, we see that obviously that's there, but Mum's saying none of it is actually true. Like, it's all just made up numbers that, you know, isn't actually anything to do with the meter readings that she gave, and it's just all sort of either estimated or, like, I don't know if it's made up or whatever, but...
Powiedz jemu, że... One moment. Powiedz jemu, że już dzwonimy chyba, nie wiem, z 6., 7. raz. W tej sprawie.
Yeah, it's just obviously we've called so many times, it's probably like the 7th or I don't know, probably even 10th time at this point. We're told something different every single time. You know, the last time we called a couple months ago, we were told that the account is, you know, it's changing over now at that point when we called a couple months ago, and it was all supposed to be viewing and shown on the website from then, and then we were told that sort of like every time that we've called, and like I don't know, I don't think that it's going to change, you know, after this conversation. It's just going to continue just being a mess.
Well, what is it that you need? What is it you want it changing? Then I don't really know what you kind of the expectation is.
Co chcemy? On nie rozumie. Co chcemy?
Kurwa, no.
Co chcemy?
Czy rozliczenie? Nie.
Ale on mówi, że to jest, ale on mówi, że to jest rozliczenie. I on mówi, że to jest prawdziwe rozliczenie.
Dobrze, to powiedz jemu, że ja po prostu nie będę wpisywała stanu licznika, będę korzystała z gazu i nie będę im nic płaciła, dotąd, dopóki oni tej sprawy nie dadzą do sądu. Po prostu nie damy im stanu licznika, ponieważ to jest ich problem. I powiedz, że rozmowę nagrywaliśmy.
Okay, Mum's saying she's going to stop giving meter readings, and she's going to continue using gas, and she's going to stop paying for it, and obviously she's saying the company's more than welcome to take it to court.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the why? Obviously, it's not a good idea to do that. But what is she kind of wanting as a resolution to be able to, so she can, you know, so she does start giving us readings and keep paying? I don't really know what. So the information that you're wanting was to check the readings and the payments and make sure you had access to that, and you kind of got that. So I don't know what the issue is.
So I think what she's saying is that obviously that bill that she got, you know, the one that's saying obviously with all the payments and readings from 2023 or whatever, none of it's accurate. Like she's got
Right.
obviously photos of her meter readings and none of it actually reflects, and it's just not accurate.
Right, okay, cool. And
Zobacz.
so I guess
Zobacz,
the
tu
task
jest
that was
dowód,
raised
że mi
doesn't-
wysłali.
That task reference that you gave me doesn't really. It's not really looks like it's meant to be covering that. It's the note that was left in it was. So that reference that you gave me was for a task that was raised in January on the 9th of Jan. Not the right one. Let's have a quick look at this one. No, it was actually raised on the 7th of May, weren't it? 2024. That's been closed for some time though now.
tyle
It was closed
zapłaciłam.
on the 27th of May of 24.
Kiedy?
When it looks like it was to amend the readings. Doesn't really give any actual notes. Incorrect. Meet and
A teraz
read.
jestem...
Count number 478.
So what about the bit, you know, where obviously on the bill it says you owe, or your new balance is 147.88. So obviously she paid that, and she's got obviously confirmation that she paid that, but now on the website it's saying that she's in obviously this credit, like that there's more. She doesn't get, it's not explained sort of why, you know, obviously great that she's in credit rather than in debt, but what does that mean? It's not explained. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, so I think, let me have a quick look at the bills. It's potential that the January, what was the January bill up to?
I więcej nie płaciłam.
Yeah, the 148. So there was, yes, that was the 307 £74.88, and then there was a £200 payment that had already been made, so that left it at £147.88. Not that one. The next bill is then covering just from the day afterwards up to the 26th. No, it actually rebills that period. So I wonder what was the previous readings used? So it went from 0, and it estimated the reading at. That's what it is. So yeah, that bill in. That left it at 147. Sorry, so that bill's from the 1st of November 23, and the reading it started at 0, and then it went up to the 11th of December 24, and it estimated the reading at 310. So when your mum had paid kind of that total amount up in the 347 with that £200 and the rest of the money that she paid, she kind of settled the estimated bill up to a slightly higher reading of 310. When the account's then been closed down for the 26th of January, a lower reading was used at 125. So the previous bill was kind of an overcharge. It estimated it higher, and your mum had just paid too much, and the difference between what the estimated reading was and what the actual reading was that we've closed the account down was that 113 credit. So she just paid for an estimated bill that was at higher reading than what we've kind of eventually closed the account down in January, and she just overpaid by £113.69.
Okay.
But what are the readings then? What sort of readings had she noted down or got sort of, either photos of or noted down that would kind of dispute these sort of what we'd use? I mean, essentially what we billed her for is a reading from 0 to 125. So for 125 units is what it's currently being billed for. But was the reading sort of different to 0 in November 23? Was it higher than 125 at the start, January this year? What are the readings then that you've got noted down?
To on w sensie przetłumaczył po jejszemu, ale ja nie rozumiem, w sensie że za dużo zapłaciłaś, bo oczywiście my wiemy, że oni mają burdel, nie powiem mu tego, bo on się nie zgadza. Po prostu on mówi, że za dużo zapłaciłaś, czyli czyli po prostu masz masz za dużo wpłacone, czyli możemy coś, ale że teraz mnie pyta, tyle powiedział, ale teraz się mnie pyta, że jakie były te readings, które ty wtedy wysłałaś w tych zdjęciach. Co mu to da?
No to niech ja prześlę jemu, niech maila, ale zobacz, jest inny gaz account. Tutaj jest taki.
No tak, no to jest ten, a czekaj, czy to jest ten stary?
To jest nowy. Gaz account ja mam na mailu, z maila to jest, a tu jest zupełnie inny gaz account. Co to ma być?
There's also, she's saying she can forward you that email with all of the gas readings, which is fine. But she's saying now as well, she's looking at the gas account, obviously on the website. Obviously she's got the old gas account number, which, we've discussed, that old one ending in whatever it was.
Yeah, the long one that starts 85.
So 478, that's the old one, ending in 478. Then the new one that we've been discussing is ending in 065. But the one on her on the website, it's the one that starts with A, ends in 929.
Yeah, so that's with it being set up on the newer billing system from that 27th of January onwards. The account number slightly changed. It looks more like the electric one now. Sorry, but yeah, with that switch over of billing systems, it has generated that new account number that starts with the letter A.
Okay.
But what was billed from 1st of November to the 26th of January is the account number that ends in 065.
To który teraz jest gas account aktualny?
Which one's the obviously actual one now?
Yeah, so the actual one now is that one through the online account. So it starts with the letter A and then it's 30247929.
Czyli 3 konta były?
Yeah, so she's just obviously making sure. So there was that old one, then the old one. Well,
yeah, no, it's
and
not
then now it's a new one.
The different count numbers doesn't help the situation. I know, I can appreciate that.
Okay.
W jaki sposób mogę się dostać do starego konta, żeby sprawdzić?
Do you want my email to sort of forward that email onto as well? Sorry.
One moment. Przesłać, tak?
Yes, please, yeah.
Yeah, so it's and then it's at britishgas.co.uk.
BritishGas.co.uk. Should we just forward you the one that obviously she has already sent with that case?
Yeah,
we can just forward you that one.
On where that you've kind of wanted to raise and send over to us. Yeah, if you want to just forward that straight over, then that'll be probably the best bet.
Czy możesz mu teraz to w tej chwili przesłać?
Tak. I to będzie cała wiadomość z ostatniej, czyli będzie, to jest ostatnia wiadomość i tutaj jest przekaż dalej. Poczekaj, jeszcze zdjęcie dodam z dzisiaj.
She's going to add photos from today as well of the meter readings. She wants to know how can she view, like, obviously the old account, just so that she can see sort of what went on.
Usually through the online account there is an option other accounts with us. Let me go in that one and see if it's that.
What's up?
Yeah. So so it was there a second ago. I just do my bills, whoever it's this. That's the two previous ones. Yeah, so what you can do is, so when are you on the website or are you on an app?
Website, yeah.
Website, yeah. So on that main page, when you click into the gas, there should be a box underneath the latest bills one that says other accounts with us.
Okay, wait. Let me. Let us just. We'll send over that email now.
Yeah, and then jump onto account. Yeah.
I z dzisiaj.
Małpę zrób. Małpa. Gas. Tak.
I że dołożyłam jeszcze zdjęcie z dzisiaj i na tych zdjęciach jest data, kiedy spisywałam liczniki. Żeby po prostu to uporządkowali ręcznie, te wszystkie stany licznika i wzięli pod uwagę jeszcze zmianę płatności, bo też gaz rośnie, cena gazu, a to trwa od października 2023. Wiesz, o co chodzi? Czyli podwyższali, żeby nie było tak, że oni mi dzisiejszą stawkę policzą za skorzystanie z całego tego.
Yeah, so she's forwarding you that email with all of those pictures. They're all dated sort of when the photos were taken and everything. And she's adding the one from today as well. She just sort of wants somebody to actually look at it and put it onto the account. What those readings were.
Make sure the readings are in line with what your mum sent us over. That's kind of what I'm wanting to do and make sure, because obviously going forward she's going to want to submit them herself onto the energy account or online, and if they're not adding up or if they're not in line, it's just going to cause more hassle down the line, really, isn't it? So that's certainly what I want to do when the email's sent over to us. I might need a bit of time either this afternoon or just into tomorrow to have a look at it properly, if that's all right, and then I can obviously drop you guys a call back. When things are updated. But there is a way to see the old payments that your mum's made as well, onto the account on the old system. I've managed to kind of sort of locate those, so whenever you're ready on the online account, we can just have a quick...
online account, so to jest na gazie, tak? W tej chwili,
Czy dostał maila, bo wysłałam.
So she sent it over. She just wants to know when you received it, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course.
So we're on the gas account, and you say view other accounts, was it?
Yes, on the right-hand side underneath where it says latest bill, there's an option that says other accounts with us. And you click in the view other accounts, and then instead of clicking onto the kind of the box in the middle where it says go to my energy account, on the right side in like a little box itself that says view my bills, payments, and then view my reads.
So latest bill, it just says view bills. There is a bit underneath that says other accounts with us, and it says you can easily access accounts that haven't moved to our new system yet. So I clicked on that, but then it says your energy account is now on our new system, so it just says go to my new energy account.
Don't click on that. Don't click on that option though. It's just when you're on that page, on the right-hand side, there's like a grey box, and in there it says view my bills, payments, and view my reads.
Right.
If you just click into the payments one and then scroll down slightly and click it says see your payment history.
Right.
It shows the transactions in there. Then there's a few other bits where it looks like the bill's maybe being reversed and the account's being rebuilt, but you can see the payments, the debit card payment of £200 made on the 14th, and then a debit/credit card payment of £147.88 that was made on the 27th, and then above that is the bill when I mentioned that the account had been rebuilt over that's that lower closing reading. So where it says reversal, that's the initial bill that was created on the 25th of January being reversed for the rebuild to be created for £234.19, and that left that credit on there then.
Yeah, it's just, obviously I know you're saying it's from the old, because obviously there's been like a change twice or 3 times or whatever, but it's still all from 2025, and I mean that is relatively new to me. 2025, obviously she's been with British Gas since 23, so I think that's what she wants to see, is like obviously the old ones rather than
the old account. The other one that you'd mentioned, that's a prepay account, so it wouldn't be visible on any of this. It says it was the one that ends in 478. It says it was prepayment from the 28th of October 23 to the 31st of October 23.
So that's where we
only 3 or 4 days old. There probably wouldn't be a great deal to see from that. Or have any useful information anyway for those 3 days. With it being prepayment, we don't really build the accounts. We don't generally add readings on there to create a bill. It's all done sort of on the meter. What's happened then is the payment method has been changed from prepay to credit from the 1st of November 2023, and then it's been billed up to when it's closed down. But there hasn't been any payments since those ones in 25. So in terms of what's happened, I know it says that it's all happened in 2025, but that's kind of literally when it did all happen. Before that point, there wasn't a bill on the account, and there weren't any payments that had been made. It was only in January 25 until sort of the Feb 25 final bill is when there's been any really activity on that account. So before that point, there were literally not that happened anyway.
On mówi, że wtedy, że przed 2025 tak naprawdę nie było żadnych płatności, że wtedy co było konto otworzone w 2023, to że było po prostu, że
nic nie zapłaciłam.
Że było prepayment, że nie było przez online, tylko że było, że coś tam. That's the whole thing. That's like,
ale przecież mam maile. Mogę jemu poprzesyłać wszystkie maile, które płaciłam.
And yeah, she's saying she had definitely made payments obviously way before this, like in 23 and 24. Obviously that was like one of the whole issues. They just kept saying that she's on this kind of meter and this kind of payment plan when none of it was actually true. Like we kept calling saying like, no, this isn't the plan that we chose. This isn't actually what's happening. She has been paying, and they were just saying like, that's not the truth. And so she's got like all proof of those emails, of all of the payments that she had made, obviously before these 2025 payments, and she can send those over as well. It's just all a bit concerning.
Yeah, please do. I mean, if it was prepayment though, were those payments not just loaded straight onto the meter as credit? Can you recall?
Czy ty kiedykolwiek miałaś tutaj, że wpłacałaś na meter?
Nie.
No, so this is the whole issue. She's never had that. She's never had
Bo miałam nowy licznik. Właśnie to był problem.
There was a new meter with a different company, like way before she moved in here, with OVO or something, and they just had it in the system that is a prepayment. She never had it set up as prepayment. She never actually did, the prepayment way of doing things. She's always done it either through the phone or online or whatever, but never, she's never actually had the prepayment, which is just like one of the whole issues that we've been sort of facing.
Czyli mam jemu
it's never actually been resolved.
Czyli mam jemu poprzesyłać wszystkie płatności.
Tak. She's gonna send you over all of the emails with all of the payments from before.
A czy dostał tamten mail?
Did you get the other email?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So at least you can send it over.
It's a long problem.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
Dobrze, to ja będę...
I do apologise, but yeah, no, you got to find the funny side in things, I think.
Yeah, it's just, it sends you kind of a bit crazy after a while. It's...
Oh, mate, no, I can imagine. I wonder if any of those payments through 2023 maybe were for the electric, because the electric account was on our older billing system from June 21 to October 23. So some of them could have been allocated to that account during that period of time. Because it was, the majority did 23. The electric was on the older billing system as well. So I can have a look at that side of things just to see whether they've been allocated there or the payments have gone to the electric side of things, and and that's why there's kind of not much for the gas. But yeah, any payments that your mum's made that weren't that 200 quid or the 147.88, anything else that she's paid other than those two, if you can send that over to us.
Yeah.
Kind of what we'd need.
Dobra,
How will it have been paid? Because sometimes what we need is the account that it was paid into. So do you know what the sort code and account? If you can find the transactions online at least to find out what bank details the payment was sent to. Because if there are missing payments anywhere, we can get it raised. But we just need that information of where it was paid to. But yeah, just send us the screenshots over first off of the or kind of however you can get the photos of them sent over to us of the bank transactions or the payments that have been made for those two.
Yeah, she's just sending them all over to you now, sort of. I think she's numbering them as sort of like 1 through however many there are. I don't know, I understand it's a long issue, so obviously it can't be resolved right now. So, but yeah, is it possible if like whether that's you or somebody else? I think she just really wants it passed over so that it's like actually properly looked at rather than just sort of like a phone call and then the phone call gets closed and then it sort of stays like that. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You'll stay with me now until I've kind of looked into it a little bit more. So they shouldn't be.
Czy dostaje
anyone else
maile?
really looking into it for your mum. With the sending this over to us now, there's no point of really picking it up with anybody else.
Yeah.
When I can.
Yeah, she just wants to know where you're receiving these ones that she's sending over now.
Ja numery wpisuję.
Yeah, they're all popping through now.
Yeah, okej, tak, że wszystkie mu teraz się właśnie, pokazują. 35. On mówi, że niby się on tym zajmie, że niby tam sprawdzą wszystko i że tam ten... she wanted to say as well earlier, I forgot to translate over, she's worried that now obviously she's like sending over all of this stuff. She wants it, obviously she wants it all sort of looked at and have it like rectified or whatever, but she's worried that obviously prices have gone up since then, so she doesn't want to be sort of charged any more than what it was at the time of sort of when the issue started, if that makes sense.
The accounts have the tariffs set for the specific times or dates or periods that they cover. So any rebill would be done at the same sort of tariff rates as what it was on at the time. So there's nothing. We don't need to worry about about that with any rebill. Like say, it's done on the same tariff rate.
Cool. That's been powiedziane.
7 powinien dostać.
Yeah, so do you see these? I'm just having a quick look because the account number that it's linked to are those of sort of. Let me have a look at the first few. I've lost where they've gone there.
It's saying there should be about.
We received a payment of 50 quid.
Yeah.
We've received your payment of 50 quid.
Yeah.
We've received a payment of £100. We've received a payment of 50 quid. And then we received a payment of 70 quid. And then there's the £200 one. I assume that's the 147 one next in there. Yes, the last two of them ones that we've kind of got.
Yeah.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 payments that we kind of need to locate essentially. The thing I can see is, and I know obviously it's got the account number on the email, hasn't it? But there was a direct debit set up for £50 on the electric account. One of them was made on the 23rd of May, one on the 22nd of August. I don't know if that lines up with any of these dates that are on these emails, but there was a kind of a direct debit in place for £50 on the electric side of things. So I don't know if at least them 250s that were made maybe to do with those payments, but it's kind of attached to the electric, the gas account number for some reason. The electric account number ends in 139, so it is slightly different. The one that ends in 47, it's difficult to check because there's a credit on there. Let me just see if I can actually find this on.
On mówi, że wtedy, co teraz patrzy na nie, to że było niby pokazane, że na twoim Electric było, że jako direct debit, że 50 funtów direct debit był. Pamiętasz coś takiego?
Nie. Na Electric? No, never.
My mum saying she's never actually had direct debit set up or anything. I don't know.
Oh, is it not a direct debit? Is it debit? Oh, no, it's shown as debit / credit card, so it is the actual manual payment.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Sorry, that's my mistake. That's sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, so again, a couple of those £50 payments, and even though it's linked to the gas account, though, isn't it? That's the only thing. It's all right saying they should or could be for the electric, but it's showing the different account. I guess that she received emails through for those payments made to the electric account with kind of a similar email through saying we've received your payment, but it's got the electric account number attached to the email instead. It'd be interesting to find those just so you can kind of say, no, these are what we got for the electric and this is a separate email. Do you know if she's ever kind of received anything? I don't know if you'd be able to look back. What I'll do is I can give you the electric account number. If you search that in the email kind of, search box, it should find any emails that are linked to that account number.
On się pyta, czy masz jakieś stare też, tak jak teraz wysłałaś stare z gazu, czy masz tak samo z prądu, no?
No pewnie, że mam.
Yeah, she's very organized.
Wysyłać?
She's very organized. She's got it all. She's got all of the previous electric ones as well.
Electric ones as well. Cool.
Yes. From what date from when? Because it starts in 2021.
From June 21 to
from June 21.
October 23 would be the electric ones on the old account up to October 23.
So from
anything after October 23 would have been to do with the gas account, but yeah, from June 21 to October 23, if there's any for the electric sort of payments to confirm those ones. Well, you might not need to send it over just yet, but if they are available, obviously that'll just kind of, it goes against the assumption that those payments have been allocated to the electric, but
because
the wrong account number on.
Yeah, because when she first moved over to British Gas, that's when she was like sort of automatically she got set up with a direct debit, but as soon as she figured it out, we obviously called and then that was cancelled. So direct debit was cancelled on the 6th of the on the 11th of the 6th, 2021. So from then, that's when it's been sort of like normal
manual payment.
Yes, yeah.
Pierwsza płatność moja
the first payment was on the 19th of July 2021, so that she can send them all over from then.
I'm trying to find out how we see payments on the prepay meters, because we can kind of see it's not a prepay meter now, is it? I just wonder where the bloody payments have been allocated to. Completely no idea. And so you're saying it's a debit or credit card payment, so could she find out sort of what bank details the payments were made to? Is it possible to kind of view them through online banking at all, or
what bank details they were made to? On się pyta, czy masz jakby opcję, czy mogłabyś zobaczyć, do jakiego konta te pieniądze były wysłane wtedy.
Ale
z Electricity, tak. Czy masz w sensie that would be on the bank application, wouldn't it?
I'd expect so. If you go into one of the payments, it should show the details the payment were made to.
Czyli, ale ta pierwsza płatność?
Tak, ale na aplikacji twojego konta bankowego, bo on chce wiedzieć, gdzie to było wysłane, ponieważ on nie widzi, gdzie to było wysłane w ogóle.
Ale o electricity?
This one's about electricity, yeah?
No. Those gas payments. Sorry, those gas payments that you sent at the, the confirmation email over that we received it. If there's any way to kind of locate those payments through the online banking and see what details they were sent, what details they were paid to.
Oh, okay. From when she sent the emails.
So the £50 payments. There's I think there was a 50.
Czy możesz sprawdzić właśnie na konto bankowe, gdzie były wysłane te, jednak chodzi o gaz, przepraszam.
Ale te wszystkie, te wcześniejsze do 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
On mówi te, co były po 50 funtów.
Nie, no to nie tylko było po 50 funtów, bo to było, tutaj było, bo teraz się, tu 50 funtów.
No to sprawdź to sprawdź.
I...
The most recent one, probably to check, there was £70 paid on the 21st of March 2024. I don't know if you can look sort of where that was paid to, because that's long after the account was set up on. See if that's gone onto the electric account.
No to sprawdź jednak, przepraszam, on mówi sprawdź to, co było 70 funtów, to najnowsze, to co wiesz, to z tego, co wysłałaś, to gdzie to zostało jakby wysłane.
Ale najnowsze, to znaczy to ostatnie?
Najnowsze to, co z tego mu teraz wysłałaś, wiesz, to co 70 funtów, to co mu teraz te maile wszystkie wysłałaś.
No ale najnowsze jako na stare konto.
Tak. Mhm. Najnowsze z tego, co mu teraz wysłałaś, no. She's just logging into her bank now.
Yeah, no worries. because there were, I can just, on the electric account, on the newer billing system, there was a £70 payment made onto that account as well on the 21st of March. So that's one of these emails that the one that's labelled number 5, what your mum had sent us over. So there's, again, obviously if she's paid to both of them, she should have 2 emails through anyway. But yeah, there's a £70 allocated to the electric account on that same date. So I don't know if it's been paid maybe to that account.
Yes, she's going to look at the email labelled number 5. She's going to go back in her bank and see if she can view it.
Yeah, cool. Hopefully there's going to be 2 £70 payments anyway on that date. You just pay one, paid sort of 70 to one and 70 to the other. Yeah, there should be a couple of transactions hopefully.
Sorry, one sec. Last 30 days? No, not last 30 days. Date range.
Ale od 2020, marzec.
Oj, March 2024. March 2024 to now, containing the words. God, no, that's fine. Search. British Gas. 70 funtów gdzieś powinno być, nie? Where are we looking at? Oh, that's February 2025. Go all the way down. January 2025.
Nie.
Check. 28th of August. Okay, we're getting there.
Yeah.
August. Huh? Oh. July. June. So it was June.
Czekaj, tam można było wpisać od do.
Tak?
Kiedy?
Okay, wait, let's
One moment. To, here.
Okay, so from the 1st of...
Sam marzec, czyli do 1 kwietnia 2024.
Yeah.
Jest kwiecień?
Dobra. Right. Oh! Jest. Yeah.
Czekaj, jeszcze
22nd
ale
of
to
March.
jest księgowanie.
Okay.
Że jest inna data w księgowaniu. Wyszło na 22, powiedz jemu.
Yeah, so it's saying the payment says it's on the 22nd of March, but obviously that will be like the,
Just clearing day after, isn't it? Yeah.
Status, it just says settled. Transaction type, card purchase. Oh, it doesn't say where. Oh, hang on. No, it just says British Gas OTP.
So how will the payment have been made then, I guess, like in terms of with paying with a card, will it have been online or in a shop, or kind of how will, in terms of making a card payment, it needed to kind of gone to some sort of detail.
Yeah.
How did was she done it online maybe?
Czy to robiłaś online, przez stronę wtedy?
No przecież tak, no przecież
stronę,
mi na maila przychodziło.
Yeah, she did it all through the website, yeah.
Przecież to mi na maila przychodziło.
So it wasn't...
And would that have been through the one that you've gone on to today, kind of the newer billing system one? Because I've got a feeling it's been made to the electric account, at least that payment. I think how, could you just ask how she kind of would have done it on the day? Would it have been logging into the account on the account through the website?
Yeah.
It was, the gas wouldn't have been set up on that account at the time, so she would have only seen the electric, and that's what kind of where the payment would have been allocated.
To on mówi, że wtedy podobno, wtedy nie było tam w ogóle konta gazu, że było tylko sam elektryk, że sam prąd. Czy ty pamiętasz, czy był wtedy i prąd, i gaz?
Ale przecież nie mogłabym wpłacać na konto i nie mógłby mi przychodzić mail, gdyby nie było tam, był dostęp, właśnie to była ostatnia wpłata.
Był dostęp, że czy chcesz zapłacić na konto prądowe, czy na konto gazowe, tak? Yeah, so it was through the website and she had 2 options whether she would like to pay to the electric account or to the gas account, and she chose obviously the gas account and then paid that much whatever she needed to through the website, so onto the gas account.
Ale powiedz je, może to cały czas było w systemie, że oni w systemie tak umożliwili mi... One moment. powiedz jemu, że właśnie był ten problem, że oni w systemie mieli, że ja miałam na kartę, ale mogłam płacić. Mogłam wpisać wtedy stan licznika. Wtedy mogłam.
So at that point, the problem at that point was that she, that the account was saying that she's on a, what was it, different credit, no.
Że przez kartę, że...
There was like a card payment rather than she was set up with different like payment methods, but it was never like sort of what she used. She was always obviously wanting to make payments through the website, so there was issues with that. So her account said that she had like a different way of paying, but she was still able to pay through the website, and it did definitely go to the gas one rather than the electric one. But obviously we can't view any of that. We can't sort of like prove it.
No. Well, I mean, are they two £70 payments then on that day? Because there's obviously if there's one on the electric, then she's paid one to the gas. I was so hoping there should be two payments then. There is two £70 payments from that day.
There is, yeah. So she's got one that says the two £70. So one says British Gas OTP and one says British Gas, both on the 22nd of March 2024.
Right, no, that's good news then. At least there is two.
Yeah.
One moment, this is important. Powiedz jemu, że ja wychodząc z OWO nie wiedziałam, że oni nie zarejestrowali tego nowego licznika, jaki mi założyli. I przeszłam z nowym licznikiem, bo oni mnie tam zdenerwowali. Przeszłam z nowym licznikiem już normalnie na bill, nie na doładowywanie kartą w sklepie, tylko chodzi o to, że oni OWO nie przekazali tych informacji.
Okay, yeah. So the company she was with before, the OVO one, before she like obviously moved over to British Gas, they didn't like take the last meter reading or anything like that. They just obviously estimated it, and they had her the information that they passed over to you guys. They said that she was on the card that you take to the shop, and then I don't know what it's called, but they basically just sort of gave the wrong information as well, and this is where it all started.
So yeah, no, it sounds completely bonkers.
I'm so done with it, honestly.
Let's have a quick look through it and see if any of those payments, see any of them. Maybe let's have a look on here. Oh, 70 quid. Yeah. Strangely enough, I can see a £70, which is linked to that old gas account from the 21st of March 24. There's nothing before it, but the account is showing a credit as £317, but we don't. It's not usually the best thing to go off that. It's more obviously we go off the meter because that's where your top-ups go and your usage comes off of. But it's potential that all those payments that were being made are just kind of building up on this closed gas account that was just live for the few days. The one that's kind of that ending 478, and it was only live from 28th of October to the 31st, and then it all switched to credit from 1st of November onwards. It's potential that those payments are being going to that gas account and kind of just sitting there building up the credit, because they're not going onto the meter because there's no credit, there's no prepaid meter for them to go on to, so it's just kind of building credit on the energy accounts. I can certainly see that 70 quid one now, so it's so weird that it's just that one payment that it's showing us is the one that we were looking for. But yeah, no, it says date 21st at 3rd 24, payment date 21st at 3rd 24, amount £70, card payment, and it's certainly different to the one that was paid to that electric account, that 70 quid on there, because it just wouldn't have been, it's just not been, it wouldn't have sort of gone on there to be allocated over. Like this is literally a payment onto the electric account, and then this is a payment onto this gas account. So what I kind of might need to do is ring through to our prepay guys and see whether they can just confirm if if these payments have been made to that account and kind of just have not been allocated anywhere and are just sat there.
Yeah.
Is that all right? I mean, it's probably a good. We've potentially located them and kind of got on top of those payments at least, which would be really good news, because those will be kind of, everything can be transferred over to the live account and can kind of be, towards that 113 onwards and go towards the usage going forwards.
Yeah.
But no, I guess let me have a look at the readings actually, because that was just the other thing, weren't it? So yeah, all these readings are saved as the date, aren't they? So that's perfect. So a quick look at this one.
Dobra, czy on może z tych zdjęć pospisywać ręcznie teraz, jak rozmawia z nami?
So the one from September. Yeah, because what we've done is we've actually built from a zero reading from the 1st of November, whereas it was 00016 on the 2nd of November, weren't it? So it probably should be amended to that reading at least. What have we got then? We've got January. Yeah, 'cause it's a little bit higher than in January 24. Is she? Did you say your mum's popped the reading over for today as well? Is that the most? Is that 005? Yeah. It is 00578. That's what it is as of today, then, isn't it? So all those readings are perfect. You know, I can actually use those to rebuild the account, kind of, and bring all the readings up to date. So, because obviously at the moment we've kind of opened the account on the newer system from last month at a 00125. So if we were to add that reading today of 578, it's going to try and build for like 400 units in a month, which is going to be a lot. So yeah, we could do with getting everything brought kind of up to date to bring the reading to where it is now. It may mean with us amending the readings on the old account, because like I say, it final build up to a reading of 125, and that's of January 20. That was of January 25, whereas in January 24 it was at 134. So there's probably going to be maybe a bit of a debit balance that's built on the old account to bring it up to date, but that'll then be corrected going from the January to February reading, where it's not going to be billing from such a low reading up to what it is now. So it probably shouldn't, and I hope it wouldn't change the balance that much, to be fair, but essentially what your mum's already paid through those other payments should cover for any debt balance, if there is one on there, you know, that we bill for. All the payments that she's made should cover for anything that we kind of rebill for to sort of more accurate usage. So no, yeah, I think I've got a bit of a plan of action now with what I can do with those readings, and then to call the prepaid team to just see what's cracked with those payments, because they're certainly, obviously, they've been made given the emails that have come through, and we've kind of pointed out that the March one wasn't allocated to the electric account, so I doubt any other ones will have done. There's a £100 payment that was made as well at some point, and that's certainly not on the account on the new system, for that electric one. So I think it's the number 4, is it? Number 3. So the email number 3 that she sent us over was, we've received a payment of £100.
Yeah.
And that was on the, I don't really know what the date is. I think it might be in a slightly different language, the date. I can't.
Oh, okay.
No, it's all right. It's the 21st. It said 21, and then where the month would be, kind of say something different, and then 2024.
That is January. Yeah, sorry.
Is that, no, it's all right. 21st of January.
Yes. Yeah.
See, on that day, we've only got £60 payment onto the electric account, so it's obviously there are 2 different payments that are being made.
Okay.
So yeah, no, that certainly, kind of is proof that they have been allocated to the electric, and for some reason you just receive emails through saying it's sort of thanks for paying to the gas account. It's just figuring out how the payments were made, then. The details that have gone to, which is going to be, well, in fact, if they've all been allocated to that gas account, then we don't really have to locate the payments specifically. We know where they are; they're just on the wrong account. So we can clear that up. If I need any more details about the payments, I can get them from you. So, are you kind of okay to leave that with us at the moment? Then, like I say, all I need to do is call through to the prepay guys, try and get a bit of confirmation from those payments that have been made, and then get the readings amended from sort of the 1st of November 23 right up to date.
Yeah. Would it be possible to sort of, like, whether that's from yourself or just somebody else, that like to just get like confirmation once it's like all sorted?
Yeah, no, I'll get back in touch. Yeah, absolutely. I'll get back in touch with your guys to let you know what I've done and where everything's been allocated. Unfortunately, you kind of, in terms of previous history, sort of historical usage and stuff like that, you might not see what you want to see going backwards, but I can at least kind of explain what's been done and where everything's at to bring you right up to date to this, to the account on the new system, so you can kind of see everything going forward then and know that there isn't anything outstanding or sort of maybe still incorrect on the old accounts. All that'll kind of be corrected with the readings. and the balance will be transferred to the right account, and I can obviously give you a call back then and just explain what's being done and where things are at, what readings have been used, you know, all that all that stuff essentially, and kind of explain everything where it's at right now, and then you're obviously good to go going forwards then with what will happen in the future.
Okay. Okay, yes.
Dobra, czy coś manualnie będzie robił, żeby wpisać to wszystko, żeby to wszystko było nawet na starym koncie, z tych zdjęć?
Yeah. Mom's asking, is it going to be possible for somebody to like write it sort of manually onto the website so that she can view sort of at least any of it in like previous transactions or anything like that?
So the payments, I don't think so, because of with them being paid onto that account that's labelled prepayment. It's not linked to the online accounts that you'll see to do with the credit side of things. You'll see the payments allocated to the account when you log into the online account and go to the payment section. You'll kind of eventually see the amounts that have been moved over from that prepay account. To the live account, you'll kind of see all the payments there. So you know, at least hopefully that would be confirmation of what has been paid. Although the dates that it'll show will be from, you know, the date that it's added. The amount should be, or the amount that has been paid should kind of match up to what your mum has paid during that time. But the rebuild that I do to the corrected readings, you will see that under that billing part. You know, where you've seen the January, the one created in Jan and the one created in Feb. There'll be another one in there potentially over the next few days. It'll show that it was billed. For example, let's say I can do it by Friday in terms of update the readings and such. It'll show it's been billed on Friday, but it'll be the usage from that 1st of November 23 date up to the 26th of January for the account on the old system. So you'll still at least be able to see that bill in the bill section and what readings were kind of used to rebill it. I think, you know, the part where we've gone to sort of view the old account details, there was a section on there that said meter readings. It's actually just logged me out now, so I have timed that actually. So yeah, no, there's a section on there called meter readings where what I'll do is once I've updated everything, I'll just actually check on there, see if it corrects the reads. So you should be able to see, you know, although they'll be on the bill, you should at least be able to have a section you can go to see all the readings that were used kind of just as readings rather than as part of a bill.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to see as much of that information as, you know, as we can do. I think the only thing that you'll probably not be able to properly see is the payments that were made and the exact dates that were made on. It'll just show the payments that were made, but it'll be kind of up to date and the date that they were allocated to the new account instead.
Okej. On mówi, że on musi z jakimś innym departamentem się skontaktować z tym, którzy mają dostęp do tych szczegółowych, bo tam oczywiście problem z tym, że było to kiedyś tak, że było inaczej ustawione, w sensie, że było teraz jest inaczej ustawione, jeżeli chodzi o płatności. Mówi, że prawdopodobnie nie będzie można tego na stronie zobaczyć. Coś tam mówi, że niby coś tam będzie update'owane, ale tak naprawdę większość tego nie będzie można zobaczyć jako, że przeszłość, ponieważ no nie wiem, bo strona mu nie pozwala, czy firma nie pozwala, coś tam po prostu tłumaczył. No ale że mówi, że on się tym wszystkim niby zajmie i że niby się skontaktuje z nami za jakiś czas i...
Dobra, czyli nawet nie mają w systemie tego, że był u mnie inżynier 19 grudnia 2023.
Do you see anywhere in the system that she had the engineer come out in...
19
on the 19th of January... 19th of December.
Ale 2023.
What, last year or 23?
23, sorry.
Let's see if we can go back that far.
Bo jeśli w tym systemie nie mają, to mogą w innym systemie sprawdzić, gdzie wysyłają inżynierów i żeby sprawdzili, czy był u mnie inżynier z tamtej pozycji, z wysyłania inżynierów do mojej posesji. Rozumiesz? No powiedz im.
Jeszcze raz?
The notes only let me go back to June 24. Let me see if I can... It's only meter exchanges. There was something kind of updated. I think it's just I don't know what actually it's for. It's not really a meter.
When that engineer came out on the 19th of December 23, the reading was that he took was 00096.
And that was December 19th of December, was it 23?
Yes, yeah.
00096. Oh. Yeah, I think what was it? It was 00016
Nice.
That photo that was sent from the 2nd of November, so then it'll have gone up to the 9th of December, and then onwards. To be fair, having that reading from the 2nd of November is perfect because we bill from we'll be rebilling from the 1st, so I can just use that reading as the opening reading on the account. So rather than it billing from 0, there we go. Rather than it billing from 0, it'll bill from the 16 reading and then all the way through up to kind of what will were there any readings for January last year? Because I know we've got one from today, so it'll just estimate that January reading, but it'll be based on what the reading is kind of as of today and all the previous ones, so it should be fairly in line. But yeah, what it'll kind of bill from is the 00016, and then through those readings that Ewan's given us, kind of up to what we'll use for the closing reading on January, or in January, sorry.
Whether she's got a reading. Czy masz stan licznika z stycznia przeszłego roku?
Wysłałam chyba.
She's saying she thinks she sent it?
What's that, sorry?
Sorry, the reading, the meter reading from January 24.
No, sorry, it's just last month ones is what I were mentioning, because the account switched over from the old system to the new one on the 26th of Jan 25. We're gonna be reading up to that date. So even though we might not have a reading for that month or for last month, we've got the one from this month, and there'll be ones from sort of the end of 24 what I can kind of use to to work out a more accurate reading for that January 25 reading when the meters are switched over.
Czy masz jednak, przepraszam, czy masz spisany licznik z poprzedniego miesiąca, ze stycznia 2025 jednak, czy nie?
2024.
Nie, w tym roku. Czy masz? Jeżeli nie masz, to okej, ale czy masz? Po prostu się pyta, czy jest coś takiego.
Spisany stan licznika, to chyba wysłałam jemu.
A z miesiąc temu coś takiego.
Zaraz to...
Nie ma.
Nie, czekaj, mam na tym, zaraz zobaczę. Ze stycznia, tak?
So from January this year, yeah?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. So we'll read off on that 1st of November date up to the 26th of Jan.
She's just looking at a camera now, I think.
The opening reading, or the 1st of November reading, will be the one. There's one in those photos. I think we got one from the 2nd of November, and it was 00016. So we'll just use that one to kind of rebuild from.
Z 27 stycznia mam.
This year, where can just use the.
No.
Have we got something from? Well, I'll just use the reading from. We've got like.
She has a reading. She has a picture of the reading of the meter that was taken on the 27th of January this year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, pop us that on.
Czy możesz Tomu wysłać?
Zaraz robocze. I tutaj BIN, tak? Jak to, że był inżynier.
Poczekaj.
Nie, że tytuł był inżynier.
No nie wiem, no ale
jak się pisze BIN?
B-E-N-y. Ale źle engineer napisałaś.
Engineer. And. Gdzie jest end? 27 0
1
25.
Okay, so
meter.
She's just about to send you an email that's going to have 2 screenshots. The first one's going to be from when that engineer was there, so that's obviously both of the photos will have dates on them. But
że tu był, tylko że ja zamazałam to, bo to jest publikowałam to.
That's fine. So she's going to send that one over, the screenshot. There's like lots of arrows on it. So that one from where the engineer was there, that will be the 19th of December 2023, and then she'll send the screenshot from last month of her meter reading as well. Dodasz tutaj screenshot tego?
Screenshot już dodałam. Ale teraz dołącz plik i teraz plik.
Ten z poprzedniego miesiąca, nie?
Tak, tutaj jest to. Zaraz tylko muszę zobaczyć, który to jest numerek 71 80.
So yeah, I've got down what I need to do now with the readings and call the prepaid team. So yeah, once those have popped through to us as well, if you're right to leave that with us, then and I can kind of get on top of this for you, kind of just into tomorrow now, and sort of for this week I'll try and get the readings amended and get onto the prepaid guys to just find those payments that were made.
Yeah, if that's okay.
Yeah, cool. Just wait for those readings to pop through, and then I think that'll pretty much be everything that I need for the moment.
Would you be able to email her back on that email that she's been sending you the things?
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant, okay.
Już dotarło, tak?
Tak, i on mówi, że on to wszystkim tym się niby zajmie i że do ciebie wyśle e-maila, że się tym, no, że się...
Oj, nie to wysłałam.
Oh, she sent the wrong thing.
Ale nie, ten też może być.
No dobra, she can just send you over sort of that. She'll send you over the one from last month in a minute because she's made a little bit of a mistake there, but she'll do that.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, pop us those over then, and what I'll do is I'll jump sort of back on in the morning. I can pop you a quick email back to let you know that I've kind of received everything through, and I'm going to get everything raised for you now over the next sort of couple of days. Is that all right?
Yeah, lovely. Yeah, brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Then if that's kind of everything covered for your guys at the moment, I know what plan of action I've got in place now to get everything sorted. And once I've got that raised and sort with the prepaid guys, I shall just drop you a quick call back or an email back if needs be to let you know what's going on.
Yeah, definitely. If it's okay, she'd definitely prefer email, just because I'm not actually with her all the time. If that's all right.
Yeah. Yeah, that's no problem. That's perfect. I'll reply back to the email that I've been sent today. With the updates then. All right.
Brilliant, lovely. Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries. Then I'll let you guys go, and hope you can enjoy the rest of your day now, and have a good evening.
All right, thank you. You too.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Dobra. Wysłałam jemu jeszcze ten drugi, bo to jest ważniejsze, że tu była data 28 października i to samo, a tu był inżynier i wpisane to. O to mi chodzi. No i co? Że on się tym zajmie, tak?
Tak, ale tak samo każdy wcześniej powiedział
właśnie.
przecież. No okej, no co ja mam powiedzieć? No nie zajmiesz się. Ja rozumiem, że on coś tam zrobi z jego strony. Mówi, że skontaktuje się z jakimiś innymi, wiesz, departamentami i tak dalej. Ja rozumiem, że on coś tam z jego strony zrobi, ale no tak samo każdy wcześniej powiedział. No i no, ja nie wiem. Okej. 1,5 godziny rozmawialiśmy, zmęczył się gościu, mówi po prostu zajmę się i coś tam, i że wyślę ci e-maila, bo mówi, że no może zadzwonię. Mówi, nie, proszę nie dzwonić, żeby napisał do ciebie e-maila, bo tak jest łatwiej. Możesz sobie przecież przetłumaczyć wtedy i no przecież ja jak z tobą...
Ale dobrze, że chociaż powiedział, że o e-maila, że może napisze, bo tamci w ogóle, że e-maila nie. Tak? Przecież jak była ta opiekunka, to że absolutnie e-maila, tylko dzwonić.
Mamo,
no.
Po tym mi się wydaje, że nie powinniśmy więcej do nich dzwonić.
No i
niech się pierdolą po prostu, no nie, przepraszam.
No, ale teraz zobacz.
Ale no tak jak mówisz, jest mes. On mówi, jaki mes? Powiedz mi, gdzie jest mes? Nie ma żadnego mesu. A on sam tłumaczy i on sam jakby przecież rozumie i sam jak on to tłumaczy 10 000 razy, to przecież to jest mes, to jest burdel. No i on, ale nie, on nie powie, no przecież przez telefon, gdzie on ma nagrywane i oczywiście odsłuchują mu i audyty i tak dalej, to on nie zgodzi się oczywiście, że jest mes żaden, że burdel. No ale on to przecież sam jak on to tak tłumaczy 10 000 razy, mi się wydaje, że on sam tego wszystkiego nie rozumie. Oni tak naprawdę, no wiesz, odbierają te telefony, sprawdzają coś tam, co tylko potrafią i mogą, no a potem przekazują do innego departamentu, gdzie inny departament też jest tak naprawdę pewnie nowy, ponieważ inni podchodzili, ponieważ każdy ma dosyć tego wszystkiego. Nikt tego nie rozumie, no. Ale ty, trzy numery kont? No.
To który?
No wiesz, i on to tłumaczy i tak, no dlatego, ale okej, tłumaczy, ale no to i tak nie ma sensu. Ja nie wiem, mi się wydaje, że po tej rozmowie dzisiaj ja po prostu zajoba dostałam. Ja już po prostu nie potrafiłam nawet słuchać jego pod koniec, no bo on wiesz, mówi, pewnie śpieszy się pewnie, żeby iść do domu czy na przerwę, no wiesz, no kurde. No.
Dobra.
Nie ma sensu już tam do nich dzwonić, bo się denerwują i mówią, że no ale jak możemy pomóc?
No. 17, 16, 26 lutego 2025 rok. Stop. A, jeszcze, że jest środa dzisiaj. Tak, środa. Stop.